Hi, guys. So, welcome to the first ever episode of The Unfiltered Room with Kemi. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about 16-year-old Kemi. So, I am on a date with a 16-year-old me, and I've got a couple of questions that the 16-year-old me would be asking the adult me now. So, the number one question that I have is, did we actually become the person we used to talk about in our bedroom at night? We don't become that person because I feel like that person that we talk about is no longer here, but we become even much better than that person. So we are not necessarily that person, but even someone better than that. And the next question says, are we still trying to fit in, or have we finally stopped caring about what people think? So I would say that confidence is better off than when we were 16. And I think we no longer care about what people say. In fact, we become a black sheep in people's book just because we stop being people pleaser. So yeah, we don't care about what anybody think anymore. We step on people's toes. We enter a room without getting scared or without being cared about what anybody think about it. So what do we do for a living, and does it actually make us happy or pay the bills? My job is kind of rewarding in the sense that sometimes I don't even know who I'm delivering to, but I have to manage about 100 people. I talk to people a lot, just like I'm talkative and I'm still a talkative. And yeah, it's very rewarding. It makes me really happy. It makes me feel fulfilled. And it's not just paying the bills, it makes me genuinely happy. Yeah, I love my job. And then another question is love as magical or as dramatic as we thought it would be at 16? And I would say that love is magical, love is peace, love is sweet, love is happiness, love is soft. And we realize that you can be in love without it being dramatic, without it being chaotic. It doesn't necessarily need to be chaos. Love comes with a lot of peace. And yeah, I'm in love and happy. So, did we stay friends with people I'm currently hanging out with right now? There's been a lot of friendship breakup, a lot of fallouts, but we still keep in touch with some of the teenage friends that we have. The likes of shout out to Olaoluwa, shout out to Esther, shout out to Olaide. We still keep it up. We're still friends. It's been like a childhood roller coaster, and we're still keeping it real even with the chaos that adulthood comes with. Yeah, we're still friends with some of the people that we currently hang out with, but not all of them. Yeah, we grow up and visions don't align anymore. So, do you still get the tight feelings in your chest when you're nervous? Or did we outgrow the anxiety? Nope. We still get that feeling in the chest. We still feel anxiety. We're still so scared to take a step, but we handle it with so much grace, and we pretend as if we are not nervous, even when we're nervous. Yeah. So we still feel that. And what is the one thing I'm worried about right now that you can tell me doesn't matter? I would say that what you're going to become. You worry too much about what you're going to become, what you want to do, how you want to do it. You worry so much about it. And I would say it doesn't really matter. And also you worry about what will people say, how will people feel about me. They don't really matter. People don't really care anymore. And yeah, you don't actually care about people anymore. So what's the bravest thing we've done since I was 16? We've done a lot of crazy things. We've done a lot of brave things. We've done scuba diving without even learning how to swim. We've done bungee jumping without even looking down and vomiting. We've actually packed our bags in suitcase and left a country to another country where you don't know anyone and you still find a way around it and you're smashing it. Yeah, you've done a lot of brave things, and I would say that I'm very proud. And I know that the 16-year-old me is as proud as I am. Do we still this is really funny to ask, but then do we still talk to people in the church, or do we still love going to the church? Please tell me we stopped going already. Yeah, that church, that particular church. I don't want to mention the name. Maybe on subsequent episode we might talk about it. But yeah, I stopped going. I stood up for myself. I walked into the church and I walked out as well. I didn't become what they thought I was going to become. And yeah, we stopped going there. We stopped giving a fuck about what they think. Sorry for the F word. If you could take me back to one childhood memory for 5 minutes, which one would you visit? There's a lot of memories, but I think most of the memories would be from the church. I remember when I was still in the children's church and I was so naughty and rebelling that I just want to be on my own. And this guy, sorry to mention your name, Toby, wrote this crazy love letter and I started crying because I didn't even understand what it meant by I love you. And that particular day was when they preached to us in church that if any man or a boy should tell you I love you, you're going to be pregnant. So yeah, I was crying that I was pregnant. And my co-stupid friends started telling me that they are not going to tell my mom that I was pregnant. So yeah, I think that memory still stays. And yeah, that's very funny. So I think yeah, that's one thing that I feel like is a big time memory. And I'm so proud of the 16-year-old me. Really proud of you. I've seen a lot of things that you've done. I know how it was very challenging being in and out of hospital when other kids are celebrating their birthdays. Sometimes you're in hospital going up and down. A lot of people actually think. I remember one time that grandma said, "Oh, people don't think you're going to make it this long." And yeah, I'm here, alive, healthy, strong, and beautiful. So, to the 16-year-old me, I'm looking at you across this table with your big dreams, your eating anxieties, and that restless heart that's always searching for where it belongs. And I just want you to take a deep breath. I know right now your world feels like a series of whens. When I finish school, when I move out, when I find someone who understands me, when I finally feel confident. You're spending so much time waiting for your life to begin. But here, to tell you that you're already in the thick of it. The magic you're looking for is already in the way you laugh with your friends and the way you survive the days that you thought would break you. I'm sorry for the times I tried to silence your voice in the years to come because I'm afraid of being too much. I'm sorry for the times I look into the mirror and wish I could edit you away. But I want you to know that the things you're worried about right now, your sensitivity, your overthinking, your unfiltered way of seeing the world are the exact things that will become my greatest strength. We've been through a lot since you were 16. We've had our hearts bruised. We've faced anxieties that felt like mountains. We've let go of people we thought would be here forever. But look at us. We built this room. We finally created a space where we don't have to perform. So, don't rush. Don't be so hard on yourself for not having the answers. You don't need to be fixed because you aren't broken. You're just growing. Thank you for being brave enough to keep going so that I could become the woman I am today. I promise to take better care of us from here on with so much love. The big you, the adult you, and the beautiful you.